You obviously got some more opportunities this year, Alex gone, but does it feel like things have clicked for you a little bit more, maybe just with the offense in general?
Definitely. I feel like I'm starting to get a little bit more comfortable now. Working with guys like Trey Tucker and Tyler Scott every day, they push me to be better, a better version of myself because they're really good players. So I feel like I'm starting to get more comfortable so I can play more relaxed now than probably previous years.
That first touchdown, is it just an instant shot of confidence of like, all right, I think I might be figuring this out a little bit?
Yeah, so after it happened, kind of got in my head. I was like, all right, I'm back now. I kind of felt like I was back. I haven't seen that side of me in a minute, so just happy to get that out the way, get the first touchdown nerves out the way, so now I can play more free.
Were you seeing the path on that play, or were you just
you made up the path.
and guys, opening up for you, basically?
I just remember catching it, and I turned around and saw two defenders. I was just told myself no, and then everything else was just a blur. I don't remember. I don't remember what happened.
Has that always been part of your game, the ability to make people miss in space?
I feel like that's where I'm best at, especially because I'm not the fastest guy, but I feel like I can definitely make up with that by making people miss, making a move or two, trying to get north and south.
All this talk about Trey and Tyler being fast, and you felt like maybe put a little bit more respect on your name with some of the moves, I guess.
I say that, but you gotta give those guys credit because they're really fast. You can't take that away from them. So,
how different was it defensively? Our team's adjusting. Can you feel like now you're getting a little more love on the scouting report, getting a little bit more attention?
I would probably hope so. If not, that's probably better for me anyways. So they won't key into me as much. But got Tyler on the other side.
Can you tell how much difference that makes when he's in and when he's not in?
It's a huge difference because they're probably focusing on him a lot. So it probably opens up for me and some of the other guys.
You've seen your role increase this season. Obviously, just talk about your relationship with Ben. Obviously, you're coming off a career high, 3 catches, 81 yards. Just talk about your relationship with Ben a little bit.
So Ben, he's from Chicago. I'm a Chicago boy. When I was in 7th grade, he was a freshman at high school, and we played 7-on-7 together. So I kind of knew him for a minute now. He was here, then he left, came back. So kind of got that bond going back. Chicago boy. So yeah, that's my dog.
When you signed here, it was a big deal, and obviously the receiver room wasn't, what it was now. How have you seen just yourself, but also that room in general, progress from the time you signed to what it's like today?
I feel like last year and my first year, we had guys like Alec Pearson, Mike Young, who were the leaders of the room, and Jay Sean, who transferred. But they set the tone, they set the edge. Got standards. That's kind of like our saying. We got standards. And then now Trey's taking over, Tyler's taking over. I feel like the progression of the room is just going to be insane, honestly. We got young guys coming in like Quincy, who's a really good player. And I feel like that's kudos to Coach Brown and the recruiting, but also Trey, because he's in his position. He's teaching them how to roll. And I kind of learned a little bit from AP, learned from Trey and Tyler. So, yeah.
What's it been like seeing AP have the success he's having in the NFL? Does that give you a little extra pep in your step each day?
Yeah, it definitely does. It pushes me a lot. I was at his draft party, so seeing him, witnessing that, that's probably my biggest goal in life. And I got the chance to firsthand witness that, and it just kind of pushed a little edge to me and made me think I can do it next. So.
Is it true that first call he got after he got drafted was a FaceTime from Sauce?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Kid's a character. Ma's a character. But, yeah.
We talked a lot with Coach Vick about kind of the identity of this offense. It's obviously changed a little bit new. It seems like you guys are maybe still figuring that out. What do you feel like it is, or what do you feel like it needs to be?
I feel like we're very well balanced right now. We can run the ball and we can throw the ball, which is I feel like is scary for some defenses in certain cases. But we tell each other in the receiver room that we're the future of this team. So that's how we try to hold ourselves and gotta be able to make big plays and block downfield well because our running backs are really good and they can get it to the second level. So if we make a block, they're gone. So I feel like we play a huge part in this team as well. But yeah, you gotta give kudos to the running backs and the O-line and tight ends because they're doing their job as well.
You mentioned guys like Alec and Michael Young. What advice were they able to give you ahead of your junior season now that they've taken the next step in their careers?
They told me just stay focused. That's the number one thing, and that's important. And get comfortable and know my assignment and when I'm doing it. Because if I master that, I can be able to play free. I feel like that's probably the big thing that me and Mike were talking about over the summer. And I feel like I'm at that point now where I can play a little bit more free because I'm comfortable. I know my job. I know my assignment. So I feel like it allows me to play more relaxed.
How do you feel this team has responded to what happened at UCF?
Really well. Of course, everybody was upset after the game, but the next day we came in for practice. Everybody let it go. We got to work, prepare for Navy. Yeah, so, and it showed on Saturday.
That was your first conference loss, wasn't it? You're part of that group.
Yeah, my first conference loss since I've been here.
So what, obviously there's some older guys, seniors, but what was that like for you to experience that?
That was actually my second loss since I've been here. The first 2 years we only lost one time, but every year is different. We have a new team that we did last year. It kind of frustrated me a little bit, pushed a little fire under me, and try my best. And I know my room as well will try their best to not let that happen again.
Who were some of those older guys? I know, like, we talked to Will and Trey after the game, but who do you feel like were the guys who maybe were kind of picking up the team after that?
Jabari Taylor, I'll give him a huge shout out because he does his job every week of making sure everybody knows, that it's time to go. And he's kind of our hype man before the game as well. He gives a little speech. So I feel like he pushes everybody, especially before the games, to keep going. Even every day at practice, you hear him yelling, being vocal, being a leader that he is.
Yeah, good.
Perfect.